Maybe we should watch a video.
Hey y'all, today we are talking about adaptive probe volumes, the new version of doing what used to be light probe groups. We're going to take a look here in Unity 6. I'm going to walk you through how to set that up, what it does in a scene. Unity 6. I have a main camera, a directional light, and a global volume. A semi-interesting scene is just create a few things that we can actually light. And for the sake of this, I'm just going to make it a...
Skip that part.
So first thing I'll do is go ahead and create a material to make this an emissive light. I won't spend long on this because I've already done some other tutorials on how you would go about that, and I can link to that in the description if helpful. And other than that, we're looking pretty good. So I'll go into lighting, and I want to create new lighting settings. I do not want real-time global illumination. We're going to bake all of this, so we're going to leave it baked.
That's what we did.
And we will leave it at baked indirect. The rest are fine for now. There are no adaptive probe volumes in here yet, but before I do that...
Why did he do that? Baked indirect. Global illumination.
Let me show you what a light probe group looks like for 60 seconds, and then we'll move on. So if I go into light, and now it's going to be within select, roughly match down. I'm going to scale it down even more. You can see that this does work, and it will give me what I'm looking for. You can understand, go into what light probe groups do that I'll link in the description. Instead, I'm going to right-click, go to light, and go to adaptive probe volume. And this is going to work in a much more intelligent way. So it starts out, I guess before we get into how it starts with being local or global, let's just turn on adaptive probe volume. So this says the current URP asset does not support adaptive probe volumes. That is likely what you're going to see as well. So I'm going to hit open here, and I want to come down into light probe system and change from light probe groups into adaptive probe volumes.
Okay, we did that.
And now we are supporting that, so that's great. So it's saying that it doesn't belong to any baking set. So what we want to do is come over into lighting, and I'm going to grab all of these and scale them up together just so we have a bit more space to work with. And I'll take this and I'll scale up this light as well. And let's go ahead and generate lighting, and then we should be able to work with our adaptive probe volume.
Okay, so we generate the lighting.
Okay, so now that I have generated the lighting, we can go back over into adaptive probe volume.
Okay, so you have to generate the lighting
like
first.
Having to manually do this. I mean, it's fine for something this small. What I'd typically do is just go to global or go to scene and let it kind of do its own magic.
Okay, so that's what I thought it was. Okay, so we're gonna set it to global, so that we don't have to set the bounds. Just got to take everything in the scene and put it inside the volume.
So what this is going to do is lay out the probes in an intelligent way for me in an automated fashion that will automatically cluster more probes near things that need more probes near them. So as you get out toward probes, will disperse more. So now I can come over here and I can bake the probe volumes, but what I want to do as well is just turn all of these to static so that they will accept baked lighting.
Okay, so we have to make sure that we do that. I think I do. I think if I go to environment, yep. So let's just make sure everything that's under this is static. Okay. Because that's all our geometry, I think, that we want to bake. Because the doors move, all these things move. Oh, these torches. The torches we should probably move inside here. So dungeon, entryway. Let's add a props. And then let's move the 2 torches we have here. Let's make sure they're static. They can also be level. That's Anything else that should be in there? Dust pile, goblins. No, the doors. Doors are tricky because the doors move, so they can't be static. So I guess they'll have to just live with the mixed lighting. Okay, so let's actually move this probe volume up here. Okay. Set this to 0, 0, 0. Let's see what else he does.
And then if I want to, I can create another sphere. Well, and then theoretically, I can come back over into the adaptive probe volume, bake the probe volume.
It's just bakes.
And now you can start to see static resting and the rendering debugger. And I'm going to drag.
So hold on, let me turn off the debugger. Still getting this. Still getting this error. Error code. So this only works in the editor space. I'm wondering if this requires jobs and entities and stuff. I noticed it was using the experimental rendering path, which I think is part of entities, specifically entities graphics. So let's install this, which should pick up entities, which should pick up jobs and bursts and all that kind of stuff, I think. Jobs, I think, is already installed. Although I'm surprised it would compile and not give me an error. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser as we go down the rabbit hole. Okay. I'm actually surprised that they didn't make the adaptive light probes thing like a separate package. I guess it's part of URP or SRP. Anyway. So let's clear. Let's see if this addressed it. Adaptive Pro volume. No, it did not. Oh. Yeah, no, still. Okay, so that wasn't it. Let's keep researching. getting a... Well, you know what? Let's, instead of killing Unity, let's save everything and try restarting it. Sometimes that... Before I had to kill it and then certain things got reset. Let's try opening it. And if that's not the case, I can see if there's a new... Nope. There was a new release. I update my Unity 6 to it just to see if that fixed it. Adaptive light probes, Unity throwing shader error. It says HDRP, but the video showed him. No, what's this? Fixing issues. This is HDRP. We should say URP. Still doesn't like it. Troubleshooting. Okay. So this person's having the same error that I'm having, and no one replied. And this was December. Okay. Oh wait, 23 views though. This is leaks and other weird behaviors. This is saying a installation error. This is on. This is it. On my mesh. Still no answer there. Might be too new. We might have to get rid of this. Check these other threads. Sounds like slow dive. Sounds like. Which is funny because we're trying to bake them. So I see what you did there. I think M Audio would approve of your pun. Setting the search distance multiplier to 0. So this is just a specific error on direct. And if I change this to scene, same error. What's this error? It's something to do with compute shader. And this is so new. This is 2000. Oh, maybe it's WebGL. Ooh. No, because I'm in the editor. It's a pre-process step. It has nothing to do with WebGL. It's not running in the game. It's being processed beforehand. All right, maybe it's some of the settings we have. So let's go back to here. Let's turn this off. And then let's go back to here and switch this to CPU again. And let's try generating the, but that's generating the lighting. Like I feel like the probe stuff is different. Yeah, see? Lighting bake failed. What is going on? I go to CPU and do generate lighting, it fails? No, it doesn't. Okay. But yeah, this runs and it can't do this. Kernel index passed. Non-negative less than 0. Light probes, URP. Error. Oh. Oh no, okay, I thought the person was saying they're having the same problem. Oh. Okay, there might be something. This person said, it sounds like in an active platform where it has OpenGL ES and not Vulkan setup. So it might actually be the setup. So let's see. If we go to build profiles and we go to player settings, we might be onto something, chat. Let's see. Does it actually, is there a way we can switch? Say like what it's using to render. What am I, first of all, what am I clicked on? Is this WebGL? Yeah, it's WebGL. So here, this is Android. say like, so this is icons, resolution and presentation. Come on, Unity. What are you doing? This right here, chat, in my opinion, is why most people give up on game dev. It's not that it's too hard. It's this box right here. This box is the sole reason why game devs quit. This is just the splash screen. Other settings. Compression. Backend. I guess you can't change the graphics API. I know you can in Android. I forget how to do it. There's like something you have to do to like remove. Oh, here. Graphics API. Fine. Doesn't matter, but that doesn't happen. That's not available in, so it's under rendering in here. Yeah, so this doesn't have this. So it's not related to that. Hey, Nether. This says this, they were doing it for the Mac list. Currently OpenGL. See, this person posted the same thing, and no one responded on Reddit. This is shader. All right. We'll spend a few more minutes on this, and if not, we'll have to rip it out. So we did remove that from Android, but we're not using Android. We're using the editor. It's supposed to be using my graphics card. So my guess is that did absolutely nothing. So cancel. Switch this to GPU. And generate lighting. We still got the same error. Could it be my graphics card? NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070 Super. It does support Vulkan. I don't know if that's a thing. Okay. It's the only thing I found that was like at least something that pointed to what it could potentially be. I'm open to suggestions. Open to suggestions. Well, there's other people that have turned it on. You know what? Let me try this. I'm going to go into the office hours project. And I'm going to turn it on there. If I still get the same error, then it's Unity specific, not project specific. But if it works in the project, in the other project, then it's something to do with my current project and potentially the way I have it set up. This is baking. So Unity has a new system for doing light probes called adaptive probe volumes. And maybe we should try this baking set. Oh, this is if you want to like bake individual ones. So before this, you used to have to manually put all your light probes in. You'd have to create a light probe group. You'd copy the little probes, you'd put them around your map, and then yeah, so you know what they are. So this new system in Unity 6 is supposed to, you create a volume, and then it uses some math, and it figures out the best place to kind of put the light probes, and then you can adjust it as you need. And I turned it on, I followed the directions, but when I go to bake, it gives me like a compute shader error. If I search this error. What about this? What if we search this? A work group size for each compute shader kernel is specified in the shader code itself using num threads. Use this function to query it. So this is